Local nonprofit Everyone Voice Matters has been helping children tackle the barriers that hinder them from becoming the best versions of themselves through community outreach events here in the Low Country. Now founder Sherrika Myers is expanding her reach, creating the Lil Herbie series, which includes a book series, animated series, and now an affirmation doll. Sherrika is here with me now to show us how she is hoping to empower, educate, and inspire kids worldwide. Sherrika, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. First of all, let's kind of go back to the beginning. Okay. Let's talk about the personal journey that inspired Everyone Voice Matters.
Well, Everyone Voice Matters was created through my own challenges. I grew up with a speech impediment called stuttering. So I was laughed at, teased, ignored, you know, and I never really felt like that my voice actually mattered until later on, I had my first grandson named Lil Herbie. Lil Herbie. And when I realized that he had the same issues that I had, I wanted to be able to help him deal with some of the same challenges that I went through. But I realized that before I could help him, I had to help myself. So I went back to school, I got my degree, and that's when I formed my nonprofit, Everyone Voice Matters.
So in 2018, you guys became a 501c3. Correct. What are some of the highlights that you've seen throughout the past few years?
Well, throughout those years, a lot of things happened.
Yeah.
I wrote 3 children's books that's geared towards social emotional learning, both English and Spanish. Wow. I created my very own animated series called Lil Herbie Series, whereas though on YouTube we have videos geared towards social emotional learning, diversity, equity, inclusion, financial literacy, different words of the day. We actually have our own Lil Herbie Series coaching program, whereas though I coach kids through the power of storytelling and positive affirmations and positive mindset. I have school assemblies, and I have tons of community outreach events, just doing things that will actually help empower kids and families as well throughout the years.
And a lot of this was started because of the issue of stuttering. Yes. Can you talk about the struggles that kids face if they are going through this? What should we know about this?
Well, when you have a speech impediment, it's hard to express how you feel. You know, people are looking at you. Like with me, I had an issue where as though I would open my mouth, but it seemed like nothing would come out. My siblings used to actually finish my sentences for me. So as a child, that's very frustrating, irritating, and me, I felt embarrassed. You know, so even when I learned how to speak at a normal pace on the outside, but when you're laughed at, teased, and ignored for so long as a child, it stayed with you. So on the outside, it looked like everything was okay, but on the inside, it was shattered.
And what have you found with working with kids local here in the Low Country with your anti-bullying initiatives? What have you found through that? What have you heard from those kids and those parents?
Well, some kids don't know how to address certain things. Some kids are embarrassed. Some kids, like me, I used to act out because I didn't want, even when I was speaking at a normal pace, I always felt like someone was teasing me, even though they wasn't. But I work with kids and help them realize that when they can fix their inside, that's what really counts. You know, you can learn how to speak at a normal pace, you can do things, but if you don't have the right mindset, that, you know, that just takes you down a whole different golf ball game, takes down a whole different road, like myself.
Yeah. The newest initiative you have, it's very exciting. You created your own doll, which I feel like that's a dream of so many people, to create a doll. Tell me about this little guy.
Well, he actually stemmed from, I also have my own mascot. And even though I created him to look like my grandson and my son, because they didn't want to empower me, but the real Lil Herbie is the child that had been inside of me for so long, that had low self-esteem, that lacked self-confidence. So I wanted to create, you know, someone that children can be able to relate to, interact with. And I had the mascot, and he does well. Take him to different schools, the kids love him.
Yeah.
But most of the kids that I work with are at-risk youth. And sometimes they need that extra push when they're at home, when they're by themselves, because sometimes, me knowing as a child, I grew up in a low-income area, so I know how challenging it is to actually build your own self-esteem. So I wanted kids to have a doll themselves, you know, with them when nobody else around, to help empower, encourage them, and let them know that despite what people say, despite the challenges that they go through, that everything will be all right. And little Herbie is there to help them.
So cute.
Dog.
And he's not just adorable, he actually speaks. Could you talk about this?
Yes, well, he has over 30 affirmations.
Wow.
On one hand, they can push it.
Love
You know, they can push it and they have
you.
different
You are in
affirmations.
control of your own happiness.
Wow.
But I also instill, sometimes I always say, what you say to yourself matters more. So on this hand, either the child or the parent can record the affirmation. The child can play it back, like here. I love you.
I love you.
Wow.
So they can actually, even if it's, if the parent, some parents have to work.
Yeah.
You know, so if they want to record a message to their child before they go to school, you know, they can play it back, they record and play it back. And this hand here, it has affirmations to help empower them. And not just kids, you know, I have adults who actually have my dog too as well.
Yeah.
We all need empowerment.
Definitely. And it's so nice. I know when kids are missing their parent or anything like that, it's so nice to feel like you can hear their voice.
Yes.
What advice would you give to parents about these types of affirmations? How do they start with this whole process?
Well, they can start by getting the Herbie doll.
Yeah.
But actually teaching their kids how to talk life into themselves. You know, like I said, the best encouragement is what you tell yourself. You know, and me myself, I have affirmations all over my windows, all over my mirrors, and because before I leave out my house in the morning, I tell myself something every day that will actually help get me through the day, knowing that it's different challenges I may face. But I believe encouraging yourself, empowering yourself, that will take you through any day.
I love it. I love it. And where can people get the doll and find out more about everything that you're doing?
They can actually visit my website at everyonevoicematters.org. They can follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, all the different platforms as well. Just follow Everyone Voice Matters and the Little Herbie series.
Well, I love the work you're doing. It's incredible, truly, the impact that you're making, Sherrika.
Thank you.
Thank you so
for
much for
having me.
sharing about this.
Thank you.